Hello, my name is Donovan, collector of vintage Macintosh computers, and today I would like to show you something mysterious and cool. This is the Quadra 700. It's a machine which is mostly famous for being used in Jurassic Park. It is an 040 processor from the early 90s. And this particular machine I bought many years ago, not because I particularly wanted a Quadra 700. I would have preferred a Quadra 950. But the Quadra 950 is a very, very large machine, and the Quadra 700 was just a good compromise to have a machine which has a nice 040 processor in it and has a few expansion card slots, new bus cards, but is not quite as big and bulky and unwieldy as the Quadra 950. Now, of course, the Quadra 700 is quite collectible because of its appearance in Jurassic Park. So as we can see here, it is a normal Macintosh running System 7.1. This particular machine is maxed out with 70 megs of RAM. But there's something magical and mysterious about this machine. If I press Command Return, suddenly we're launched into DOS. Because not only is this machine Motorola 68040, but it also has an Intel 486 card on a new bus card installed internally. Actually, it's not a new bus card, it's a processor direct slot card. This card was originally meant for the Centris and Quadra 610 machines, but it does physically fit in the Quadra 700, even though it wasn't originally designed for that. So let's write a little Turbo Pascal program. Oh, this messed me up yesterday too when I was testing this. Pascal uses single quotes for strings. And there we go. Hello world in Turbo Pascal on a 486 DOS Compatibility Card inside a Macintosh Quadra 700. Now let's take a look at the DOS Compatibility Card itself. It has a processor direct slot, a PDS, and plugs into the processor direct slot on the Quadra. Originally for the Centris 610 or the Quadra 610 with an angle adapter, but it works just fine in the Quadra 700 as well. 486 chip here, extra RAM slot for the RAM for the PC specifically, and then I believe that this card here is a Sound Blaster, because this particular card is the Houdini 2. The original DOS compatibility card was codenamed Houdini, and it did not have sound. It does have sound out here and CD in here for pass-through CD audio. And then here we see a high-density connector. And this really is the difficult part about this particular card, is that if you don't have the cable, like several other Apple cards, like the 2E compatibility card, if you don't have the special cable, then you're kind of screwed. So here I have the high-density cable, which has a PC joystick port and a monitor pass-through for the Mac monitor, and then the pass-through to connect the actual CRT to the cable. So if you don't have this particular cable, then you're out of luck. They're getting quite expensive now. I was looking back through my eBay purchases, and I managed to get this one for $30, but they go for over $100 now. But if you don't have the cable, it's not the end of the world, because there is a replacement PCB now which replaces that hard to find cable. It has the high density connector here, joystick port, connection to the Mac monitor, and connection to the CRT itself. So if you manage to find a DOS compatibility card but you can't find the cable, you can just go find the design files for this open source board, download it yourself, and make a copy of it. You'll have to source this high density connector here though, which is not impossible, but not super easy either. And that was a brief look at the Quadra 700 and the DOS compatibility card Houdini 2. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back next time with another video.